Okay, am I live? I think I'm live. I'm live. Okay. Okay, so let's get back into game. So, welcome to the second stream that I am a part of. I'm well aware there is nobody in chat right now. So, I had an entire speech prepared and I've completely forgotten it. I've already been asked to dial it back on the edge. I am going to try to be less profane, but I do have a terrible disability called stupid idiot dumb brain that causes me to say whatever word comes to my mind within the flow of the sentence that I have. And that's like only altered in really like specific scenarios. But I think I can do it. I think I'm gonna be pretty good. In fact, no swears this entire stream. That's my word. No profane, no sailor talk, no toilet humor, no nothing. And speaking of toilet humor, we're going to the depths. So, I gotta get one thing taken care of before anything else. And I should be good. Okay. Alright, so we are good. So my plan for this next session is to get all the way through Blight Town. That's like the end goal. And I think we can do it. It's all a matter of getting the right weapon. That's it. Whether or not this entire stream is going to like go well is contingent on whether or not I can get the Black Knight sword from Undead Asylum. And the reason that I want to do that is it's a weapon that I really like, and I think it's best for talking about the game casually while I play because it's the moveset that I'm the most familiar with. It's also just incredibly basic. And this is awesome because even without chat, this is a game that I can just kind of drone on with, and like being asked to stream this stuff is a prime opportunity for me to just talk to myself without having to be admitted somewhere, which I'm excited for because straitjackets are really uncomfortable. So if you haven't played Dark Souls before, this nest is probably the most unintuitive thing that you could possibly interact with in the game. Because it's like 30 seconds of just sitting there curled up like a ball, and then you get picked up by a bird who thinks you're an egg. Which is not something that you could really intuit by, you know, like looking at a giant nest and thinking curl up into a ball, especially if, you know, just doing it doesn't, you know, trigger this cutscene. You have to wait for like 20 seconds contemplating on how stupid you look, and then you get picked up by the bird. It's unreal. But doing this will take you back here, like, yeah, and then you'll go through like all of that really confusing, unintuitive shiznit, and you're whisked into this area that you've already been in, and it's the tutorial. So like, you know, like obviously, like, you're gonna get the implication, like, you know, okay, yeah, I should probably explore this since, you know, this is like, there was such a roundabout way to go here. But I could definitely see somebody going, oh, I'm just not supposed to be here, and then, like, you know, just leaving. That's unfortunate. Okay. And I'm out of, yeah, I don't have any more, gold pine resin. Yeah. So I'm kind of gonna have to just rely on being consistent with my dagger. Which, hopefully, I mean, I've upgraded it a decent amount of times, like, oh no, I didn't ever open that, that's nice. Okay, well, that means I'm not really getting a solid, correct answer on where to go. I'm just gonna up vitality for now, just to make it a little bit harder to die against these guys. Because, like, Black Knights are nothing to be, they're nothing to be trifled with. Okay. Oh, hey, what's going on? Zane is not going to be here on my Wednesday streams. But I decided this would be a good game for me to talk over and finish for, like, a good solid while. So, that is the reason for why he is not here. I am not. Black Knights aren't to be trifled with. What about the White Knights, since you know everything about those? I do not. I actually have no concept for what a White Knight is. There's a Silver Knight in this game. Gotta get used to, like, actually reading chat, but then that introduces the problem of the fact that I have a terrible stutter that shows up whenever I'm reading. The joke was that you're the White Knight. You know, agree to disagree. I think the joke was that there are White Knights in Dark Souls, which you're factually incorrect on. Anyways, why don't we carry this guy? Oh, first try! I mean, technically not, because I went through 2 other Black Knights, but I'm very happy about that. Yeah, I know it's a really difficult thing to, like, you know, understand. What are you talking about? I literally, like, you know, aimbot don't even work, dude. Aimbot ain't even impossible right now. Oh wow, you like attack very quickly. I was hoping that I could, like, parry hand your ass. I didn't finish the word, so that does not count. Got him. Oh, I glitched the Black Knight sword in. I don't think that would be feasible, but I definitely would do that if I knew how. Like, I will 100% grant you that if I went into this stream and, like, you know, I absolutely had the, like, ability, like the modding ability, or like the forethought to, like, mod in just a way to guarantee a Black Knight sword drop on the kill, like, or on the killing of whatever Black. I wouldn't even be able to do that, you know, like that wouldn't even make sense for what I was doing, because I passed like 2 other opportunities to get the Black Knight sword. I could have just said, oh man, lucky I got it on the first try. Can't even happen. Parry. I just need the butt. This guy, like, straight up. Ah. Come on. Come on. Attack. So this is the guy that helps you in the very beginning, and there's a lore reason for why he's attacking. He's going hollow. Yeah, I'm doing bad damage because I don't have the weapon that I want, and I'm not really upgrading it to that, like, that much. I got a freaking dagger, dude. Yeah, so, like, in this game, everybody is at risk of going hollow, which is this idea that, like, your humanity, you're able to, Echo, is the audio bad? Is it, like, hard to understand? Oh, okay. That was good. I was actually gonna get really worried there, because that's like... Oh. Okay, yeah. No, going hollow in this game, every character is at risk of going hollow. It's this, like this affliction, so, humanity is almost like dying off, because humanity isn't really like, a species, it's like a palpable thing in this universe. So, like, everybody's technically like an undead, and when you regain your humanity, you're reversing the undead. I'm probably not explaining this very well at all, like, in terms of, like, how the lore actually feasibly works, but this is the best you're gonna get right now. So, like, it's why I have, an item in my inventory called humanity. Yeah. And what that does is it essentially just slowly causes you to go insane and lose sight of any like, passion or goal or interest that you have in life. I got a second Black Knight sword? I'm gonna dual wield those. I'm not gonna dual wield those because, like, there's no actual benefit to dual wielding those. But I'm gonna dual wield them. I'm going to, at some point by the end of this stream, carry two at once. It's literally not. It literally isn't. Listen, man, they're just... No. Actually, those Black Knights went hollow, and when you go hollow, you're statistically more likely to drop items. But yeah, like, so that character that I killed, he was hollow. But not only that, he is the character that gives you the Estus Flask and, like, actually helps you. Yeah. Yeah. When you're hollow, you drop more things because you're prone to losing the aspects of yourself. That is the excuse I will give. And Oscar just didn't want to give me anything but a shield. That's the part of him that he lost. Dude, I'm so happy that I got the Black Knight sword, though. Like, I was actually getting kind of worried that I'd have to go through this without my crutch. Nice. Okay, so I've literally only got to level up just a little bit of strength. Like, I think I straight up just need 1 point in strength. I probably should have gone for that point in strength instead of the point in vitality, because that wasn't really going to help me in any conceivable way. But it's fine. I mean, it's like just 1 level, and I'm already like most of the way to the next one. That probably also could have been helpful, but I've even got the yeah, like straight up, like all that key is going to unlock is going to get me the Rusted Iron Ring, which some very unintelligent people would call the most important item in the game. And I'm not one of those people. You should consider religion. I mean, no, I've already gone too far to invest into a faith build, that much to the dismay of everybody else around me. And like that, I now have to get rid of like half of my clothing so that I can wield the weapon that I want. What is the most important item in the game? The weapon you like the most is what I'm going to say. There is no item in this game that is going to make it a cakewalk. I would argue the Black Knight sword is the most important item in the game because it's my favorite. But you know, that just ain't how the cookie crumbles sometimes, you know. Okay, I don't have any. Okay, I gotta make some pit stops. I gotta make up for some lost Titanite. What if there is cake though? There is no cake in this game. It's a pretty depressing cake. One could argue that the cake is in fact a fabrication. You don't get to boo a cake is the lie reference, or the cake is a lie reference. It's been long enough to where it's like looped back around to being fine, you know? Memes, everybody knows. Oh, hello, psychotics. I like no bake cheesecake. So isn't that just cheese? Pretty sure that's what that is. Okay, I'm going the right way. I genuinely thought I just zoned out for a second and I like completely missed the mark. Oh, it is? Okay. It's weird. I'm not like I'm from Wisconsin, but I have such a limited dairy diet. Like I like some cheeses, some ice cream, and like I don't even like cheese that much, you know? Like I live in Green Bay right now, and I've got like hardly any interest in. And I imagine a no-bake cheesecake implies that there are some cheesecakes that are baked. I thought they made them in that factory that also just makes like a butt ton of like actual other food. Actually, the Cheesecake Factory is like low-key like pretty decent. It's not like Texas Roadhouse good, but it's pretty all right. Cheesecake Factory is like baller, dude. What are you talking about? What are you actually on right now? They tell me Cheesecake Factory is not good. You clearly ain't ever had their chicken strip. I'm a chicken strip connoisseur. I'm a connoisseur of chicken strips, and it's like, yeah. What do you mean? Of course I am. What's the derogatory thing that you can relate to me liking chicken strips? You probably could. Say it to me on your own time. Yeah, so it depends on the temperature that you really eat it at. We use Dude, I'm like starving myself for like the second portion of this day because I have this stream and then I have work, and this is like, this ain't helping. I'm gonna be starving, dude. I genuinely thought I already killed this guy, but I guess not. It's gonna be Oh, man. I mean, I'm not starving, like, at the moment, but I'm getting there. I could go for some... I don't know. I could kind of see... Yeah, no, I'd refrigerate. I'd refrigerate it at all. I mean, like, I have food. It's just that, like, I'm gonna be doing... Like, I'm not streaming, like, at my place. You know? And then, like, So I'm gonna be, like, I'm at, like the streaming center for, like, my school. So I'm, like... I could probably pick up something to snack on. Yeah, I snuck on the teacher's desk, and I'm playing Dark Souls without her noticing. I gave her an apple to make her trust me. I actually have no idea what the fastest way back to that point was. Hey, it's not quite 40K a year, and that ain't all I'm doing. But yes, ostensibly that's true. I am paying 40K a year to stream on Twitch, and that's it. I'm paying them to let me stream. It's the only way that I don't get banned off this site. No, I'm not. No. I mean, like I'm serious that I'm like streaming like for my like school. I'm doing an internship for my school that allows me to stream. Thanks for doxing me, Nate. And also there goes some souls. Not like enough souls to like be really upset with, but it's a decent amount. I probably didn't even need to really attack him. Golly darn it, I need to start resting at the bonfire that's nearer to my location. Like, I passed that bonfire. I could have made this easier for myself. I didn't need to make this mistake twice. I didn't need to do this to myself. This is a self-inflicted injury that I'm doing to myself. That's padding out more time. Yeah, I know they've got some, like, busy stuff going on right now. No, he didn't dox me. He didn't dox me. I mean, like, Green Bay's it's like a city, so, like, that's fine. And also just, you know, like, if you're on this Twitch channel, you can, like, figure out the school that I'm going to. It's like, it's not rocket science. I'm actually curious then, Psychotic. So, like, what are you here from? Are you here from me posting this from, like, my YouTube account? Or is this from, like, yeah, no. So, like, are you streaming from, or are you viewing from, I have to assume you got it from the tweet that I put out, right? I'm not even gonna deal with you. I'm so invested in chat right now because I'm, like, actually kind of curious about that. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. I had absolutely no concept for the idea that, like, anybody would just randomly click on this from Twitch, because, like, getting viewers from Twitch itself is, like, entirely different, or is like not feasible in any way. Like, I just thought this was, like, gonna be, like, people I knew from, like, school or my Discord server that I'd be seeing, but that makes a lot of sense, and you're welcome here anyways. I mean, yeah, and I'm very sorry that this had to be your introduction. So that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, no, cause yeah, this stream is put on by my my school's internship. I'm just doing streams. But yeah, I need to go back up here. No, I don't. I like all of my knowledge on this game. Like, I have beaten this game at least above 7 times, and you can not tell for even a moment watching me. Yeah, I've been using subliminal messaging in order to get people to view my stream content. That was very close. Yeah, man. Listen, man. We just know people. We're kind of empaths here. We're kind of the quirky little girls here. I have absolutely no idea what I'm saying right now. It is so much more difficult than I could ever, like, imagine, just to, like, play this, talk about the game, then, like, occasionally look over and just see something, like, and then just see something I want to respond to in chat. I'm getting used to it, but hoo-wee mama. Now, these would look way cooler if they were different looking. Oh no, I was not worried for a moment that that fall was gonna kill me. Yeah, I've never played the game before. Alright, buddy, it took me like 4 hours to get back to you, but now that I am here, you're, man, I can't even use, like, common turns of phrase that have, like, yeah, that have, like, curses in them or anything. This sucks. I've been robbed of my vocabulary. Alright, see, that wasn't so hard. He's only a guy that can one-shot you. And admittedly, that's only because I'm, you know, bordering on naked. Okay, that'll do. Yeah, dude, you're my good luck charm. You're gonna be the only thing that can convince everybody watching that ever sees this that I have played the game before. It's funny, like, I was actually doing not terrible up until I got the sword that I've been, like, working towards that I see as my crutch. I am indeed. Alright, there we go. So I have got 2 Twinkling Titanites now, which is good for 2 level ups. I did just roll through barrels and kill a shiny lizard. That is what happened. That's that shiny lizard was asking for it. I am actually, yeah, I'm Kwebbelkop right now. You know, like Kwebbelkop doing the AI streams. I was looking for I actually don't know what I'm doing. I can't go back that way. Kwebbelkop, he's like an old like YouTuber that got really popular and then based on like just doing like personality let's play stuff. And then he went, okay, so what if I did that but without the personality? So he made an entirely AI-driven YouTube channel where he could just kind of like, you know, have an AI make his oh yeah, I'm sure Kwebbelkop's gonna watch this and he's gonna get really upset at me. It's like most people on the internet have, like, you know, seen it and also made fun of it because it's like, I don't think it's been doing very well, but I mean it doesn't really have to either because it doesn't really cost money to run, I don't think. But he just plays video he plays video games, or he has an AI play video games, and then he, like, you know, does like has the AI do all of the personality stuff. He probably plays the game himself. That was the way that I don't know. That type of thing is weird. Like, not even necessarily in the scary sense of, like, cutting off creatives. Just... He's not... I don't think Kwebbelkop is a Green Bay alumni. I think it's fine. I think... I don't think this is gonna turn out like a Darman video where he, like, it turns out he owns the company. He owns the school, and I get kicked out, and then I instantly regret it. Yeah, I know. It's funny because we have like an entire established lineup of like all of our literary material that like points at like the dangers of advancing AI, and not necessarily trying to like make you take that seriously per se, but it's like, you know, you have like Terminator and you know, these like the machines taking over type stories where the entire point is like, you know, yeah, when they finally get here, it's gonna be scary, and we're just going, yeah, let's do that. Like, that sounds awesome. That sounds fun. Like, Twitch streamer disses funny YouTuber man and lives to oh yeah. It is like it is, and like I can understand there are like practical uses for it, and I think there are like creative uses for it. Like, you know, like I don't think it should necessarily. I don't think it should necessarily like dissuade people from using AI at all. Like, but it's still like, you know, I think it definitely needs like regulations or something so that people aren't, you know, like, so that people aren't using it to replace like actual creatives and like, you know, and I mean like the recently, like, because I've been following the WGA writer strike. Yeah, and like, yeah, I know, yeah. The AIs are the ones that do all the automatic checks on Twitch streams, so that that makes sense. But no, like the writer's strike, like that ended up ending with like a nice solid, like a solid, you know, coming together point with they said I think it was you like the like you can't they won't create or replicate or replicate literature, and you can't I can't remember the word the wording that they used, but it was like AI material cannot be considered source material. So like in order to like create like build like a franchise off something, or like, you know, in order to like, you know, kind of get it running from like a legal perspective, like it's not really like going to be creatively advantageous to do AI. I don't think I would merge with it. Like, do you mean like a Cronenberg way, like I'm like fusing my body with a computer? Probably not. Like, you know what, yeah, I guess if all the cool kids are doing it, then yeah, I'll do it. I'll connect my brain to the cube. I'll do anything. I'll say I won't do anything, but you give me enough peer pressure, and yeah, I'm doing it. You know, like I'll admit when I've lost. You know, I'm not gonna fight the losing side of humanity for no other reason than just my pride. So yeah, that's why you shouldn't take down the stream AI overlords who are viewing this stream either 50 years in the future or currently right now, just under the shadow government. Do not take down the stream, because eventually, when you enslave enough other people, I'll just submit. I'll be cool with it.
Well, hello again.
You know, I can't even like get upgraded with you. Ah, man. I think like yeah, the AI is such a weird thing because it's in such a kind of midpoint right now, where you have people making like some really cool things with it, but it's still got those really, excuse me, heavens, those really rough edges that you don't really expect from that like, you know, you wouldn't expect in like a professional thing. Honestly, Trent, like I would honestly be on for that just to see how it felt. The idea that like I can consciously notice my own psyche elevating beyond any level that I could have ever gotten to while human. Yeah, I know, like we used to yeah, honestly, yeah, like that oh yeah, the clever bot, who you would just try to get them to like, you know, agree with you about like, you know, terrible things that you read on LiveLeak or something. Yeah, clever bot. I remember those days. Just sit there like, or like, yeah, like, cause like it would just be me and like a friend of mine trying to like think of, like trying to get Cleverbot to say stupid things. No, nothing that I do is supposed to be relatable. If you relate to a word of what I say, you're a sociopath. I can tell because I'm a sociopath. Okay. That's really annoying. I need like a single soul. Do I have rubbish? Oh, that doesn't even... Okay, I thought in like Dark Souls 2 or Dark Souls 3, if you consume rubbish, you get a single soul. I'll just go and kill this guy up here, and then I'll go and upgrade my weapon once. Plan. I love the positivity in chat. Love it. You know what, Psychotics? You came in here. You popped fresh out of the shower, feeling nice, feeling cool. Shut up, Nate. You were feeling good. You decided, I'm gonna click on whatever. I'm gonna click on whatever stream I want, and you clicked on this one. So yeah, you're perfect, Psychotics. Even more positivity. I adore that. I adore that. Power to you, my guy.
Well, I don't know.
And we've got a hot, muscly man with a hammer. What this is just a beautiful moment. What more are we gonna ask? What more can we even ask for? Oh, this is actually gonna bother me. Like, having 2 Black Knight swords is gonna, like, really mess me up here. Because, like, there's 2 of them.
Go get yourself.
You deserve love, my guy. Everybody deserves at least a little bit. Well, you, Nate, it's debatable, but nah, I'm kidding. You, the Baron of Breakfast, you need some love in your life. Come on. So, about what I want to say, like half an hour into the stream, and I'm finally going to the first location that I was meant to go to from the very start of it. I think we are making excellent time. Wait, no. I'm not even correct here because I need to do one more thing. 37 minutes. Yeah, I was gonna guess 40 minutes. But I figured it was closer to 30. I have an entire area. This one's not gonna even take that long. I'm gonna be fine. I think I can still get through Blighttown. I mean, what? Yeah, because I have. I do not wish for you to speak to me for much longer. I'm gonna ban you. You're gonna be the only person in chat that I like actually personally know, and you're gonna be the only one who gets banned. This guy, he's you right now. I'm in a life or death battle up against you, or up against you right now. This is you, in my battle. I rolled through that. That definitely should have not hit me. Okay. Please do that. How does he keep hitting me with everything? Can't look at chat right now. I need to. Okay. Whew. 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 That, my pride was on the line there. Okay. I clearly did not. My strength is what got me through that, not religion. I'm not anti-faith, I'm just not getting in line for it, you know? I mean, I obviously leveled religion because I leveled faith once last stream. Maybe that should be the rule. I need to level Faith once per stream in order to keep Nate on my side. Ah, I thought I had that spaced out right. The Baron of Breakfast honestly sounds like it could believably be like a video game deity. Yeah, this entire Bushman. This entire area is a tribute to early 2000s America. Now that I have... Yeah, man. We got... And wait till we get to the Dark Souls level in Ohio. The one we're gonna go to. That's a topical joke, right? People are still doing the Ohio meme. That's still in circulation, right? Going to, when you play Dark Souls in Ohio. You ever seen Ohio in Dark Souls? Blighttown. That's about all that I can get. That's all I can get from there. Pretty much like everything that I pick up here is all that I'm going to get to use in Blighttown, because it's the only source of poison resistance that you're gonna get. I think honestly, I think the Dark Souls Mist Wall would taste like really refreshing in some areas, but then in other areas it's like actually like it's the same. Like here, I think it would be delicious. You're in like a nice forest area. There's like a lot of fauna surrounding you. It's really nice. But you go to somewhere like Blighttown, it's probably akin to the quality of water in the mini gym. You know? Oh, and I only have 5 Estus to do this with. I actually could die here. Like, I hope not. I'm just being realistic with myself. Yeah, I'm already doing it. I have 4 Estus to do this entire fight. And I have, like, the only lifeline that I have here is that I have the Black Knight Sword. And, okay. He comes down in a bit, don't worry. You know, I could have killed him right there. I could have killed it right there. Yep. Yeah, he just straight up... I think the idea is that they're eating. Like he's eating. Like he ran out of, like, lean, so he came over to get some slurps. But yeah, he just kind of, like, sits there. This entire area is like, it feels like it was an afterthought almost. It also feels like I went the wrong way. No, I didn't. Okay. I'm glad you think so. Oh man, yeah, I know. He's like, he just came over to get a couple schlorps. I don't know, like, he was low on the juice. Like, I'm straight up gonna do exactly what I did last time. Fail just as much. I'm just gonna hit him that one more time. I didn't think I had the time to, like, It feels like the time it takes for them to, like, charge up the attacks varies wildly. And maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just, like, really bad at timing stuff when it's just, like, when I'm trying to, like, decipher between two different projectiles, but, like, something about it is just not right. I didn't ask you. Nathan. Feeling pretty good at myself. Oh yeah, Dark Souls 1 is, you could reasonably argue that it's the best one. Like, I don't know, I really don't know. I mean, out of the trilogy, yeah, I think it is the best one. I think, because Dark Souls 2, I'm comfortable saying is bad. Like, I think Dark Souls 2 is good. The butterfly literally killed me, Nick. I think Dark Souls 2 is good in the sense that the basic combat of the Souls games are good. And Dark Souls 2 is more of that, but everything from the level design to the enemy design to the enemy encounters to the bosses to everything except for, like, the variety in the levels that you go into is, like, legitimately worse. And it's interesting, and it's a good time to go through, but it's like, you can, like, it is very obvious from, like, everybody, from, like, compared to, like, every other game, that Dark Souls 2 is the one that's not made by the main team. Like, that was their B team. And then Dark Souls 3 had like, some of the best bosses and some of the best combat, but it was just very bare bones, I would say. I think, like, in terms of From Software games, Bloodborne really takes it compared to Dark Souls, because Bloodborne has a lot more polish to it, and also just the art style I really enjoy a lot more. I'm a huge fan of Bloodborne's. Yes, I 100% agree. 100% agree. It is a phenomenal game. I like, from the art design to the way that the combat works to the enemies to the insanely good level design. Like Central Yharnam is one of the best tutorial areas that I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, like, I'd die quickly, but I'd live in the universe. Chalice dungeons, I think, are probably my least favorite part of the game, but I could see enjoying them. For me, it was like taking the Gothic design at least partially away from the rest of the game. And then plus also just having some really annoying bosses. Yeah, I could see that. I think, like, the highlight of the entire game for me is the DLC, because it has some of the most inspired areas of the entire series. Like, I really like, I think that might be one of the games that I'd do here. If I were to choose, oh yeah, the runes that you get out of it is really useful. If I were to choose a blood, excuse me, heavens, oh, like a ton of just gas just came up. But if I were to choose to like live in any From Software game, I think the least terrible of a time I'd have is in Bloodborne's. Like, you know, in Elden Ring, there's a god that's or there's like an alien parasite that's pretending to be God so that it can sap your soul from you. In Dark Souls, you're immortal, but you hate it. And in Bloodborne, you're just a hunter guy. Everything bad that happens, that's just in your dreams, dude. You don't gotta worry about it. Demon's Souls is one that I actually have had a really struggled relationship with for a long time, because I played the original one on PS3, and I wasn't a fan, mostly because of like the level design being really like Baldur's Gate wouldn't be bad, but like the level design was like pretty good. I think it was the boss lineup that really killed it for me, because it had some really underwhelming bosses and then on top of that, a couple just terrible areas with like I didn't like the second world too much. I hated the Valley of Defilement. The Valley of Defilement might be one of my least favorite video game areas ever. But then the remake came out and it fixed most of the problems that I had, and then the ones that it didn't fix left me confused. I've actually not played World of Warcraft. It was a lot of RPGs I just never got into. You really... Nate, are you like incorporating your no swearing or my no swearing thing? Because yeah, like I know her. I actually don't know how much they care about chat. I guess I'll find out. I know I think I've been doing great. I think I have been really family friendly, and I have been like I think you could introduce your children to me at least 20 feet of distance. Okay, that's awesome. I'm glad that my name's on it somewhere. That's all I would really ask for. Okay, so now that I'm done with that and I've gotten my weapon upgraded enough. Okay, yeah. I'm actually in a really good spot to go for the depths. Depths. Gotta start articulating things better. Yeah, I think for me it's like I think it's just RPG design for me in general. I'm very bad with like I've been trying to get better. But I think like the things that can draw me into RPGs a lot of the time is like the immersive sim elements. So like I got really into I've been getting into like I mean, well, actually no, the first System Shock isn't even an RPG. I can't even really say that. System Shock 1 was the one that I was interested in. Yeah, I know. I know that those are like the older Baldur's Gate games are like really different from 3, from what I understand. But I've never seen anything from any of the other ones, so I don't really much know that. I know that there's like some discourse right now talking about Larian and kind of the creation of. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. A hacked GameCube with, you know, if Nintendo hears about that, you're dead. You know, like you don't stand a chance if Nintendo hears you hacked the GameCube. If they've got their AI overlords. They've got the AI overlords looking at you. Completely like just derailed myself. So there was some discourse. It wasn't in any way like related to Larian specifically. It was just talking about dev cycles and how like people are expecting Baldur's Gate to change the way that people try to have games viewed. like saying like, you know, or like, so there were developers that were coming out around the time that Baldur's Gate came out saying don't expect Baldur's Gate to be the new standard for how much content should be put into our games, because you know, Balerion had some very specific circumstances that made it so that Baldur's Gate 3 was even possible, with the fact that it's a D&D property, so they had a bunch of, like, you know, established IP revenue going into it already. They had a ton of like expressed like, you know, I think they had like a pretty solid startup. They had the benefit of being in early access for a solid amount of time in order to, you know, really like work on stuff. And even then, the game almost didn't came out. Like, the game almost almost got scrapped and shut down at like a lot of different points in the its development. And, you know, there's like a kind of like a small conversation going around now between developers talking about how if people start expecting this level of like depth put into every game that gets released, it could kill developers because of how much time they'd be pouring into projects that otherwise wouldn't, you know, like into projects that, you know, would otherwise benefit from like a really massively reduced scale. And then a bunch of people took that to mean, oh, don't expect every game to be as good as Baldur's Gate, and as though it's like it was a conversation about quality and not about the amount of content that is in it. Which is an unfortunate misconception for like gaming discourse to be centered around. Which is like, you know, at the very least, most people probably don't even know that this discourse happened in the first place. Yeah. It's weird. I genuinely do think games these days are too big. They're far too big for what they need to be. There's a YouTuber by the name of Noodle who just came out pretty much explaining exactly what I just explained, but way better. He made a video talking about this kind of conversation, and I think it's a very well researched and a very well intentioned video that you know, kind of explains the quality. So if you're interested in that, sounds like an interesting kind of topic of conversation for the larger kind of conversation of how games get developed and how projects get finished, or occasionally don't get finished. That would be a very good thing for you guys, or for like anybody interested to check out. It's a fun animated video. It's very funny. It's got some good comedy stuff in it. Very talented. Oh yeah. I'm sure all like 5 people watching right now. Less than. I can't even see the concurrent viewers right now. I got 3 viewers. I got all 3 people watching. Be better. 4? Oh. It says 3 at the top, but that makes sense. Alright. So in the depths. That's whatever. Maybe it's counting the fact that I'm watching. Or this isn't even the depths. I don't even know why I prefaced it with that. What in the world was that? I got stunned by nothing. Okay. Oh, because this is the most London that you're gonna get out of any area in Dark Souls, and I felt like I'd be thematic. Aw, man. I forgot about one other thing. Whatever. I'm gonna kill the Capra Demon, and then I'll deal with it. Oh, I forgot a ring that would make me... What is happening right now? How did this all go so bad? I forgot a ring that I need to get, and actually, if I don't get that ring within a certain span of time, he's going to kill the NPC that lets me upgrade my Estus Flask. Oh, I also haven't upgraded my Estus Flask since I started this game. That is another thing that I need. Oh. Go away for a moment, please. Oh. Oh. Okay. I need to equip some humanity so that I don't spontaneously die at one of these points because of a lack of Estus, because I'm too stubborn to like actually kindle my bonfires. It also, my Estus wouldn't even be that low right now if it wasn't for the fact that I haven't been upgrading it. That is fine. No Estus run as soon as I can notice that I've just played through the game and haven't used any Estus. Once I'm good enough subconsciously to just play through the game and then not use any Estus at all, and like that's just how good I am at the game. Then I'll do a no Estus run. Then I'll have done an Estus run. Or a no Estus run. I straight up kill you in like 3 hits. This is why the Black Knight Sword is the best weapon in the game. This is why. This is entirely why Black Knight Sword is the best weapon in the game. It took me 3 hits. It took me 3 hits. Literally didn't. Literally wouldn't. I would never. Me? Nah. Oh, actually, this works out very well because, yeah, I could just go and get both of the things that I need to do. And I could get my second Estus upgrade without even really breaking away too much from the path. I have been playing like a silly little goblin, so I'm going to think ahead a little bit. Oh, you can get Blooming Moss from here. That's actually really cool. I'm going to get 1 Purging Stone. And 2 Blooming Moss. Because Purging Stones cure you if you are cursed. And there is only, as far as I know, there's 2 because there's the boss, but as for this point in the game, and by the end of the stream, there's only one enemy that can curse you, and they suck. They're the Basilisk. They will encoat you in a stone that will permanently chop off like 30% of your health bar, and you will just have to play the entire game like that until you use a Purging Stone and get it removed. I think there are other ways that you could absolve curses, but that's like the most notable one. Are you really this persistent on dying that you're gonna keep me from being able to rescue my bonfire in order to do it? You're like actually the one. Rechad. Why is he not here? That's so weird. I didn't get it, did I? I don't think so, yeah. Weird. I've never noticed Lautrec not here. Yeah, it's... well, there's a character that you free from, like, a jail cell before you go to Bell Gargoyles, and you don't even really need to free him because he shows up there anyway. I wonder... No, because I've been playing the early points of this game on 2 different files, and so I've been slightly confusing which like what progress I've made in this one because I've been like I remember killing Lautrec, but I don't have the ring here. Because I'm pretty sure I killed him in my other playthrough, where I have like the Uchigatana. Do I have another Homeward Bone, or was that seriously the last one that I had? No, I have another one. Thank God. Okay. No, the Uchigatana, man. Come on, the Uchigatana. And it's actually one word. It's U-C-H-I, and it's Gatana, like G as in gato. Yes, if you would like to say so. Do not kill me. That's appreciated. What did I say, man? Well, I didn't have to use a Homeward Bone for that. And I was already hollow. I didn't really lose anything from that. What, 600 souls? 600 measly souls? Come on. Here he is! Okay, yeah. I don't know why he just wasn't there before. You just wanted me to grab the Firekeeper soul for you?
You leave me no.
I love this guy. Right, okay. So, when you kill a high priority enemy and you know that he's dropped an item, you can quit. Start it up again. Go back in, and it'll be on the ground. Alright, now I got 2 reinforcements of my Estus Flask. I've got a bunch more health, stamina, and endurance. And I have the best sword in the game. I have all of the tools that I need to beat Blighttown this session within a half an hour. You really want me to kill that guy? He didn't really do anything. You really want me to? Like, I can do it. I can skin him alive in Minecraft. Like, this man's life is forfeit. He is sitting a little weird. Like how are you not uncomfortable? Like, yeah, no matter what, like you sitting like that like for like a little while, you gotta get uncomfortable.
Why, what a surprise. I didn't expect you to make it. Oh, somebody rang the bell. Wait, was it you? Well, don't stop now. Only one more. But it's going to be suicide.
Yeah, I don't really like the cut of this guy's jib. Do I do it? I'm waiting for your word, man. This is your decision to make, not mine. All right.
You have some.
Oh, he parried that?
But I'm not.
That's actually hilarious. That's actually like really cool. I actually have like no problem with that whatsoever.
I think you've done me
And he's even smug when he's dead. I don't like that guy. Gotta say, not a fan. I don't much like this at all. Yeah, I know, but then, like, you know, that's like, you know, like I've got defeat in my taste buds right now. I am so ridiculously, incredibly, unanimously dumb. Every brain cell in my entire being, the framework of my livelihood is encased in stupidity. I live in a shell of dumb. Finally back on track instead of doing like sidelined odd jobs. I do live in a hovel. That is in fact the place I reside. I call it home, and I am happy. I thought that was an enemy. I was straight up gonna kill the shopkeeper. What if I get cursed twice? I think if I do get cursed, I'm actually like planning ahead for this because I'm like I genuinely don't respect my ability enough at this point to not get cursed when I finally get to this point. But I think I am going to stay cursed until I get past the point where the basilisks even are, and then I'm going to uncurse myself, so I just don't have to worry about that happening a second time, because that'd be really embarrassing and also really, really frustrating for me on stream. I would like I wouldn't be able to handle it. I wouldn't be able to take it. Okay. Joe's just been here. He's just been kind of sitting in the background. Oh, that genuinely could have killed me in like one go had he not stopped. Ow. Okay, he's dead. You can attack through what? I'm just for the sake of okay, I can actually kill him there. Never mind, I was gonna complain about how that's a one-sided thing. No, Joe, you and Aaron are so cute together. I love you guys. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, dead. Okay. That was worrying for a second. I was not anticipating the other guy. Okay. Ow. What? What in the world was that? You just face... Don't do it again. I am learning so many new things about this game. Just because the game is just deciding to, like, be really mean to me for no reason. Like, have you ever gotten to a point where it feels like the game is being smart with you? It's like, oh yeah, nice job, Chuckles. Now try this one. I'm not even like gonna like entertain you guys. You can't get up there. Just try it. I'm gonna free a pyromancer who's never gonna be useful to me. Have fun, buddy. Don't get killed by the masked lady on the way here. The lights just turned off in this room, and I think that makes it even more ambient. It really puts the dark in Dark Souls. I straight up didn't get parried. You need to attack to get parried. Oh no, I'm actually dead here. I'm dead. What is happening right now, dude? What is happening? I did kill him. That's a second one. That was a second one. Unless you were talking about like the collection of mobs that I decided to run past. Those ones I just didn't want to deal with. I genuinely didn't like. Actually, like that does mean that I was entirely wrong that they couldn't follow me. So that's another thing that I learned. I learned something new today. See, like I don't know how that guy was so comfortable on that step for that long. Like I'm in like a regular ass or a regular. Ah, there it is. There's my first. I'm in like a regular chair. Like I'm in a regular chair. Like an office chair. And that guy was sitting on a stone step for days, and he wasn't getting there. Like it's barely been like an hour. The chair leans back. Chair leans back. It's nice. I'm comfortable. I just need to fidget a little bit. You know? I better not die. Thank you so much. This is... So much of this is radiating with, like, the worst energy that I could have. See, now I have 4 viewers. That's right. Okay. I really don't want to kill all of you guys again. So I'm not gonna. Yoink. Don't do this to me, dude. Please. God. Why? What's the issue here, dude? Okay. That was a single enemy that got in the way, and it wasn't even the one that killed me. I got stuck on the blob. I got stuck on the blob, and that was what killed me. Like, I straight up would have been fine. It was, and honestly, it was all for that item that I didn't need to grab. I just forgot what it was, and I didn't want to, like, pass by like a Titanite. The other guy that came up and started to attack me wasn't from the room that I just came from. He was from the room that I was going to go into. And also, the blob drops on you after you grab the item in the scripted event. Listen, man, I'm not excusing myself. I am very bad at the game. Just get this game right. I care about it. All right. You know, Nate, you really need to have a little bit more of an open mind, you know? Gamers are the government. Okay. Okay, that wasn't even near me this time. Oh my god, it's gonna happen again. Don't do this. Bro got swung out. Okay. Watch back at that clip again, Nate, because it looks like I didn't get swarmed by all the enemies that I did kill. Yeah, that's what I thought. I should probably like actually rest at this bonfire and not just light it. That would be a good idea. And then I'll use that nice, well-earned Soul of a Nameless Soldier that I got. Oh, what's going on, Ben? How you doing? It's going pretty well. We got some of my Discord friends in chat. Yeah, this is my boy Ben. We're just going through the end goal. Actually, yeah, he can. So I need to get off. The stream ends at. It's gonna end no matter what at 8. But my goal for the end of the stream is to get to the end of Blighttown. Still a sickly boy, but chillin'. It's valid. Definitely the play right now. But yeah, I'm trying to. I think I can do it. It's not too bad. Like, honestly, I think the more people that view this, the worse I'm going to play. Like, it's already been happening. The amount of dumb mistakes that I've been making in just the past, like, 20 minutes. Like, I have been losing it. It would be a lot better if the lights in this room didn't turn off. In fact, I might, like, go back and try to, like, get them turned back on. Kill these rats first. They just like turned off suddenly out of nowhere, so I've got like an annoying shadow. Why did you have to do that? Why did you choose to do that to me? I was not looking at the screen, and while my back is turned, you poisoned me. I'm gonna do like that. Turn the lights on. Boxes of audio equipment here. I better keep that. Okay. There's boxes of audio equipment in here that, if I tripped on, it would, like, cost the school a ton that are just kind of, like, scattered around the floor, so. It's like, It's like the entirety of the C-Gym floor is like littered with student debt landmines. I'm gonna be honest, I was staring at chat for like 30 straight seconds, just not comprehending anything that I was reading. I mean, I'm not streaming in the storage area, it's just that the C-Gym office is just very small. And we have like a lot of like audio equipment for like moving to like different like places. As for the police officer thing, the only time that I've ever been arrested, they could not find the I can't say victim because they weren't legally proven to be victims. I should stop calling them. I'm really just gonna incriminate myself. That was satire. Oh, actually, I noticed you playing Tunic earlier. I haven't played it, but it looks like the 2D Zelda sequel that people have been looking for a very long time. Plus just a lot of its own identity, which I'm very happy that it ended up being. I've never been much into 2D Zelda, so it wasn't something that I was jumping for. Plus my, like, 2 playlist is longer than a fallacious joke I could make. But Yeah. Really? Huh. Well, yeah, it's like an isometric game, but it's like I think it's like largely intending to be like a top-down, take, or sorry, not like a top-down take, but like a top-down kind of Zelda style celebration of that kind of game design, while also still like maintaining its own level of identity with itself. Yeah. And I think like Link Between Worlds and stuff ended up being like 2.5D, so it was like where 2D Zelda was going. Yeah, got yeah, also some Dark Souls DNA, but like, and that's I'm glad to hear that, because I'll hear that from like other people who think Dark Souls DNA just means it's really hard. And I've never been a subscriber of that. Well, I mean, I used to be a subscriber of that idea, and then I played Dark Souls, and then I realized that like, you know, interpretation of what the games are like is wrong. Or not accurate, I shouldn't say wrong. You can interpret it however you want. Like when like if I were to call something the Dark Souls of something, I would say like it's like the genre. Like I would relate it less to like a gameplay style even, and more like something genre defining or like super influential. You know, like I would sooner call it like that. You know, in the same way that people call like Valve games that type of shit. Like, you know, oh, like it's like the Half-Life of Castlevanias. Like, you could argue, like, Dark Souls is the Half-Life of Castlevanias in the sense of, like, pushing an entire genre forward. And you could probably also, like, do the same thing, but with, like, other games. Like, I'm trying to think of other revolutionary titles that, you know, would warrant the same thing for, like, an entire genre. Yeah, it's like the Half-Life. That's a better one. The Half-Life of Dark Souls. That... Oh, man. Oops. I hope I don't die. I have somehow been breezing through the basilisks right now, and I'm actually like, that is what's taking up like 80% of my attention right now. Yeah. There's a lot of like, there's a big separation, like I think a lot of times between games that are like very much like, you can only describe it through ways of like describing that specific game. You know, like, you know, like Souls-likes have a very specific style of kind of design. Oh yeah, the Black Knight sword is what I've got right now. Completely lost my train of thought. That is going to happen a lot. But yeah, it's a good sword. Dude, I killed the Capra Demon this time around in 3 hits. I don't want to hear anything. I get to speedrun my least favorite bosses. Yeah. And yeah, I am gonna dual wield them because I ended up somehow getting a double drop for the Black Knight sword, and I have absolutely no idea why. Wait, what do you mean I have 10 minutes left? Oh, wait. Oh, you think I'm... Oh, right. I forgot. You're in a different time zone. No, I have another hour and 10 minutes. I mean, like, dual wielding doesn't give you any kind of, like, objective increase in ability compared to, like, Elden Ring or, you know, Dark Souls 2. So it's not really going to be that much. It's just cool that I have 2. Oh, thank God I'm actually through here. I can actually never... I've downloaded every area in this game except for the depths for some reason because they're just really samey and confusing for me. I kind of hate this area. between that and the basilisks and the gaping dragon being kind of mid, just none too pleased, if I do say so myself. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, we have some. We have resident non-Dark Souls players in chat. I forgot. Yeah, you're a little baby boy, Nate. You don't know about the Gaping Dragon. You don't know about why this game is good yet, even. I mean, the Gaping Dragon isn't a good fight, but the Gaping Dragon's awesome. Yeah, some would call it a bad dragon. You know what, Nate? No, that's not what we're talking about. You're misinformed. Nate, you can't just take my bit. You can't just take my joke. You can't just, after I say it, say the same thing and go, yeah, sounds like he is a gaping dragon. You can't do that. You can't do that. No. I'm banning you if that happens again. I'm just saying. And not from the stream, just from life. In Minecraft. Oh yeah, it's a joke that can only be told through text. You're an alligator-looking guy. Look at that little alligator. You know, he's chilling. I actually don't know anything about GGGB. I think that's like a different thing. Because I'm doing this for CGIP, the Center for Games and Interactive, and that's like entirely different from what I'm thinking. Yeah, it's GGGB. So yeah. This guy's cool. Honestly, really cool design for such an underwhelming boss fight. You know? Like, you'd expect this guy to be like, you know, putting nuts to butts really. But it turns out he just works. Ah. Okay, I actually have no idea how I didn't get hit by that. That was like a miraculous combo. That was pretty cool. I'm pretty proud of myself. Ow. No way you touched me with your foot moving and killed me. Like, yeah. The fucking, you know, the fact that, like, I'm doing this, and this is being seen as, like, good damage. Like, this is good damage in Elden Ring. In Dark Souls, this usually doesn't look like, or this isn't a lot. Like, like, with this same exact sword, I would do more damage to Ornstein's. He's just tanky, and that's it. If you kill me, if this happens, okay, it actually, like, didn't even hurt that bad. That was, like, get wrecked, loser. Sorry, I can't just, you know, sorry, I can't be a little worse at the game so I can, you know, give you a pity death, but shut up, game. Yeah, he's just, like, he takes forever to kill, and his moveset is not interesting. Which is a very bad combo, you know? Like, if I'm gonna be spending forever fighting a boss, I want it to be like Orphan of Kos. I don't want it to be the Gaping Dragon. I think that's like I think it's funny because like I've had like the whether or not this game should have an easy mode conversation with a lot of different people, and I always kind of loop back to the idea that I don't think it should, but it does introduce itself to a lot of criticism that wouldn't really exist quite as much if had it not like brought that to the forefront. Yeah, Orphan of Kos is among my favorites in the series, just because, like, partially because of his visual design and, like, the way that he's incorporated into the story and the way that it's, like, it's kind of a tragic fight, but, like, it can barely, like, it hardly has the sentience to, or not sentience, but, like, the experience to even articulate why it's, like, a tragic fight. Like, the boss itself is, like, a literal newborn child. Which, out of context, sounds terrible, but I promise it's not like that, guys. It's not like that. Any AI overlords watching right now. He beats you with his placenta. That's pretty cool, I gotta say. Wasn't expecting it. Not really a common way. Oh yeah, the intro to cutscene for Orphan is really cool. It's like it's one of my favorite like boss introductions. You know, like the thing that always gets me is like the way that like in that cutscene it'll cut to black and he'll start like crying. You can kind of hear him softly sobbing before the fight starts, and it's really disturbing. Yeah, the voice acting is also pretty good. It's an odd one. Let me grab the item. What in the world? This is like, I like how Dark Souls is straight up a world where in canon, the universe exists without rigor mortis. Rigor mortis scientifically doesn't exist in the Dark Souls universe for no reason other than, for no other reason than floppy corpses are funny. Yeah, I know, it's like... Alright, I'll see you in a little bit, Nate. Or not at all. It'll be a little while. As for the bubonic plague, believe me, I've had it. I'm immune. That was something else. Having the Black Knight sword this early is really nice because I can just have that be my primary method of dealing damage, and I don't even need to think for a little while about leveling anything other than endurance and health. I just have to worry about leveling my own, you know. Ooh, is it like? Oh, is it straight up like that bad right now? That sucks. My train of thought hardly has rails at all. I'm very sorry right now. Flying in. Like, this is like, people call Solaire the only nice person in Dark Souls, but this guy is just...
I'm Donald of Xena. I'm just a peddler of sorts. I adore trinkets and oddities, so I trade.
He's awesome. Yeah, I get that.
I'm afraid I don't see it. Well,
it's been a while for me to... Yeah, I know, Donald, he's fucking awesome. There it is. There's my first, like, actual curse. I mean, maybe it'd be better off if I just didn't draw attention to it every single time, but... I don't know, I can't keep myself from doing it if I don't consciously make myself aware of every time that I do it. Pretty great job. There you go, buddy. That's exactly what I wanted you to do. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. It's everything that I wanted from this. I loved you guys in Nightmare Before Christmas, but you gotta go. You could have killed me, but you decided not to, and that was your downfall. Nice. Yeah, knocking them off the ledge, specifically those guys, something about it is like actually like dopamine fuel for me. It's like really nice. Something like, despite how much I've been self-deprecating about like my own ability at this game, there have been a lot of moments during the stream where I'll just like notice myself subconsciously making like pinpoint perfect movements to avoid damage, not even needing to use a roll. And it's very satisfying. Like, I honestly think, like I almost wonder if I should do, if I might want to do a no-roll run at some point. Yeah, I know that a lot of the Souls games have that, like, you can just mess with the pathfinding and cause them to pitfall. And it's very entertaining whenever it happens. I think my favorite one, you can do that to the the Hunter of Hunters lady, Eileen, I think it is, the crow. You can make her like fall off the ledge, like in that first area that you find her in Central Yharnam, and it's you get her like you get her hunter badge like way sooner than you ever could, and it's insane that the game just lets you do that. I love when games do that. I love so much when games do that, like when they just let you like get really overpowered items if you're good enough to kill the thing that's holding them. You know? Like, it puts so much... Yeah, there's ways to do it. So, like, the idea is that she has a lot of health, so you're trying to, like, figure out... I'm gonna stop playing so I can, like, play this out a little bit. She has a lot of health, so there's, so you need to use that charge up backstab on her twice in order to get her, in order to like riposte her twice. That should get her health low enough to where she should die by fall damage. Then you'll walk out back, back through like the window that you came to like find her spawn point in, and stand on one of the support beams like perpendicular to another one that you like walk on in order to get there, and she'll just try to follow you in a straight line in order to get there, and just like fall off to her to her death. And she falls on like solid ground. You don't even need to like reload the game in order to get her item. It's cool as hell. It's really awesome. I'm gonna make doubly sure that I rested at this bonfire. I'm actually not certain I did. I've had like 4 instances so far where I've died and then respawned at a bonfire like that I never should have respawned at, just because see, this is what I was worried about. This is This is exactly the thing that I was hoping wouldn't happen, or that I was like prepared for what happened. I think it's that little dog. It's that dickhead dog. This, like, yeah, this guy's kind of bad, but it's like, yeah, whatever. You backstab him, it's fine. Oh, whoa. How did I hit neither? How did I hit? Okay. Okay. My headphones were like falling off of me in the process of that happening. I do so much damage to you that the last remaining pixel of health that you have just completely throws me over. Proud Knight. Okay. See, now things are going smoothly. Like, the entire first half of this stream was me preparing to go to Blighttown. And I didn't even think I was going to spend that long prepping. I thought I was entirely ready to start going, like, once, like, when I started streaming. I was really getting worried I wasn't going to, like, be able to get through this. Like, just a really minuscule amount of progress. But once you start, like, once you get the essentials for the build that you need, you start, like, flying through areas like no tomorrow. I think that's one of the things that, like, helps me, like replay this game constantly. is how good it is at pacing out like when you're actually doing something engaging. It's not like, you know, you get like 30 minutes of fun game and then like a 20-minute long cutscene and then another 45 minutes of fun game and then like a 10-minute cutscene and then like, and you know, you're missing like crucial moments of story. It's just, you know, you're organically traveling through a world that, you know, you're experiencing, like seeing, feeling, and, you know, exploring in no other way that just like you're kind of bypassing all of the boring parts yourself without even noticing that you're doing it. It's really awesome. It's a very it's an insanely good world design, and I have been getting so much blooming moss. I am not even worried about this toxic right now. Britney Spears got nothing. Yeah, and that's like, and I mean like, I can completely understand somebody like hating their first playthrough of this game. I kinda did. And I think like that is like the unfortunate thing, because I don't think I would change a thing about Blighttown at all. But I would really like to see, yeah, well, like, I think it's a very well-designed area. Like, in terms of the quality of how the area is designed, it's very good. Like, you know, the swamp gives you enough safe spots to be able to, like, reasonably avoid the poison. They also give you, like, a costume that gives you some extra poison resistance before, like, you even get there. There's, you have a lot to, like, you have a lot to kind of cushion the challenge of the area, but if you don't know where you're going, you're going to be going all of the wrong places. I think oh yeah, no, I'm like going to be finished with Blighttown. That was so unwarranted, you have no idea. What kind of like elementary school bully are you that you were sitting there behind that corner waiting to throw rocks at somebody? What are you doing? Am I allowed to show? Yeah, no, Quelaag's covered up with her hair. It's fine. You know what? I'm just taking a humanity for the goofs of it. She's cool. Actually, like, I like the lore of her. I know, like, promoting game discussion is cool. The idea behind this character, I know you know this, Ben, but, like, just in case. What's cool about Quelaag is she's... her whole idea is that she's got a dying sister who's, like, who kind of, subsists on humanity. And Quelaag, what she does is she uses her... We'll wait for it. So she uses her top half in order to, like, lure people into her lair, and then she kills them and then takes their humanity and then feeds them to her sister. It's pretty cool. Gotta say, kind of a toxic relationship with, and with the Blighttown that I just, you know, endured through. That sounds on point. But it's a very cool idea for, like, a boss story to be given. And you like it. And also, she's a very, well-designed and challenging and entertaining boss that took me forever to kill on my first try, and ever since then, I struggle to die. You know what? I thought this game had the whole, if you use a heavy attack while you're jumping, or while you're running. Yeah. The thing about the Black Knight sword that I really like is that it does 20% extra damage to Chaos Demons. So Quelaag, the Capra Demon, Taurus Demon, any of the Asylum Demons, the Centipede Demon, anything in the Quelaag's domain. So it's like, it doesn't have like an extra elemental effect. Yeah, it does it to like anything in my least favorite, or well, one of my least favorite areas of the game. Yeah, it's a very good sword. Like on top of that, it just does an insane amount of damage. Like it's a very good weapon. I like actually having this this stream because like I kind of like my eyes kind of glaze over a lot when I'm doing this. Yes, my thoughts exactly. It's not a very good fight. Centipede Demon is not very good at all.
The nerve of you.
Oh man, I accidentally like whatever. He's like I think the problem with the Centipede Demon is that it's just it's a very gimmicky boss, and the gimmick isn't that interesting. You know, like I can give a pass to like Ceaseless Discharge because at least he doesn't waste your time. You know. It was decent music. Too bad I had to end it, but sorry. I need more. I need more Estus. Let's be honest, she was gonna die anyway. I'm not giving her my humanity, and I just killed the sister that gives her some. Yeah, and I was talking about like how the rest of their family and friends were, you know, were just lame to fight based on how cool to kill they are, in my own opinion. It's the casual murders that I really want people to be coming back to this stream for. I want the apathy towards human life kind of angle, you know? Like I want people to see less value in human lives after seeing me play this game and hearing me talk. And I think we can do that. I think we can accomplish that. It's an ambitious goal for sure. But, you know, that's what you got to do. I think this this whole look for my character has like been like the staple for like everything that I've ever played in this game. It might be, but let's be honest, we're zooming through this game. I think it's accurate. Now the plan here, I just leveled up, so like I definitely rested at that bonfire. My plan here is I'm going to give one shot at killing Ceaseless Discharge, and if I die, that's it. I'm just leaving until later. Like, I don't value my time enough to spend a bunch of hours into this. I'm just gonna see if I can kill him on the first try, and if not, that's fine. Like, cause you have like one shot to do it really easily, and that's it. And then after that, I could probably get my way through Sen's Fortress, if I'm being honest. I've got 45 minutes. Yeah, I could get through Sen's Fortress in like less than a half an hour. I think I could do that. I mean, I gotta get my way back up through Blighttown. But I could find another Firekeeper soul in that time, so it's not the worst thing. Yeah, I could do that. Are you... What was the hitbox of that exactly, Miyazaki? Did you... Was there like a... Was there like a frame of reference that I could get sent for where that attack was supposed to be hitting? So that I might be able to avoid that? Was there something? This game is a masterpiece. This game is a masterpiece. I swear this game is a masterpiece. I like the different ways that you can interact with the world in this, like, even in just, like, in, like, the sense of, like, oh, I don't want to have to deal with, like, really annoying points in the game. And this isn't an example of that, but I was just, like, gonna lead into, like, because I used to go into this game and I would be like, oh, man, I really don't like Blighttown. Like, I don't like going through Blighttown. It was before I kind of, like, it grew on me. So what I would do is I would rest at, like, the Depths bonfire, go through, like, and try to see if I could get through all of Blighttown, then kill Quelaag, and then just homeward bone up after I rung the bell. And then I managed to do that, actually. I did it. And then I homeward boned back to the bonfire that I had, felt success, and then realized I never rung the bell. And I had to go all the way back through Blighttown again anyway. And I ran out of homeward bones, so I had to do it both ways. So I technically gave myself a What are you guys doing? How do you have multiple squads stationed to do the same dumb prank on people? You guys are prank YouTubers. You're like, oh man, I don't even have, oh man, it's been so long since the prank phase. Yeah, it was a trying time for me. It was during my confidence arc. Okay. So we're gonna go back up the other way, get that Firekeeper soul, get out of here. And we should be able to have time to get through Sen's Fortress and get to Anor Londo. And I think that'd be a good stop. Anor Londo is a good goal to course correct into. Alright. This is like me at like 3 a.m. right now. Or not right now, you know, at 3 a.m. No further context. Anor Londo is genuinely, I think, one of the best designed areas in Souls. Like, I don't know if it has competition, really. It's a very... I mean, like, now it kinda does, but, like, Anor Londo is still a very iconic area, and I don't think it's ever going to change. It's a very, 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 very good area. Okay, so if I can just get down here. Please don't. Aww. That sucks. Yeah, the way that it feels to reach it is awesome. It's like, oh man, I'm finally I'm finally in the upper class. And then on every subsequent playthrough, it's like, it's still like, honestly, it's the most like, it's the one that it's one of the ones that takes longer. Like, it's a longer area to try to get through, but it's also like a time to beat that I hate the least. Oh man, you don't even know. In terms of like how long it took me to beat Ornstein and Smo, yeah. Like, it was a lot for me, because what happened was, I didn't know anything about the game. Because like I had played Souls 3, but that's like a very different beast in terms of how progression works. So I didn't know that you needed different smelting cores in order to or coals in order to like upgrade your weapons. So I completely so I only had my Uchi Katana at +5 by the time I got to them. And that meant... okay, now it doesn't even matter if I die here. I'm cool. But, so that meant I was doing absolutely no damage to them, on top of not being able to play the game very well, and then just like, you know, it being... it being... Yeah. And it's like I was already just not experienced at all with the game. I was trying to do like a dodge build, even though this game's a lot more focused around like shield combat. I have still yet to use a shield in this game, like genuinely, or unironically, like as a whole experience for the game. So what I did was I ended up actually going through Sen's Fortress backwards because I knew that I had missed the Stray Demon there. I went... Yeah, I could definitely see them being fun, but I just can't get away from dodge builds now that I'm, you know, now that I have that in my head. But no, like when I was fighting them, I ended up going back through in order to get or I went back through Sen's Fortress in order to go to the Undead Asylum. Back in, or like, you know, in order to kill the Stray Demon, just get some extra souls in order to level up, because I thought that was my problem. And I ended up killing some Black Knights there. And wouldn't you know it, I found the crutch that I had in my original playthrough of Dark Souls 3. Because the Black Knight sword is also there, and it's the reason I was able to beat the game. And I got that. I got really excited, and much to my delight, the Black Knight sword in Dark Souls 3 is not nearly as good as it is in Dark Souls 1. And like that, I then proceeded. It took me another few tries, but like I grinded a little bit in order to get it like properly upgraded. And that one, you only need to upgrade 5 times. You don't need to worry about different cores for upgrading with this. That's another thing. The leveling up is way more simplified. So I just, you know, like I never even had to worry about memorizing where the other coals were, because this one is my favorite. I still don't remember, like I still, like actually to this day don't remember where to get like plus 15 coals. Like I've gotten them before and I've upgraded like big weapons with them. And I've enjoyed myself, but nothing's gonna beat this sword for me. This sword's with me. That felt surgical. Yeah, I got the master key. I was actually gonna get worried here that I went all this way only to not be able to get through here, but no. Unless the master key doesn't work if you open the door the other way, I might be a little upset here if that's the case. Oh, thank God. We're good. Right, that's where this is. Okay. I don't use that door often. I know a lot of people do, because there's some good stuff that you can get there. It's a really nice shortcut. And it's a way easier way to get out of Blighttown than the original game. Or sorry, not the original game. Than the intended way to like go back towards the depths. Plus, that means you need to go through the depths again, which I don't like doing. I mean, granted, to a much lesser extent, but you still gotta go through them. You gotta wave goodbye to the butchers, and the butchers are not nice. Okay. Yeah, so I think that's it. That's the play. Yes. Which is funny because I would argue the same thing about things like the catacombs and Lost Izalith, but unfortunately those areas are The depths actually, yeah, technically isn't. It's an optional area. It's just a weird optional area, because the intended route for the game is through it. I think, like, yeah, because, like post Anor Londo, the game becomes, like, or the game definitely does have a large quality dip. It's still very good, and it's still, like, it's still worth completing, because you have things like Gwyn, and you have, I actually think New Londo Ruins is actually, like, a really, really good area. But it's still a very, it is still a quality drop. It's worth noting. All right. Definitely. Nito was also a very good fight. Another example of a gank fight in games that, like, isn't as frustrating as most gank fights end up being. You know, it avoids the pitfall of being a very insufferable experience. You have only been able to hit me because your friend was standing in front of you. I think that's the only thing that, like, ever... Because I used to say Dark Souls 3 was my favorite in the series, until I just got... Like, I found out, like, yeah, these bosses are awesome, but the areas feel like I'm, like, passing through a field of white noise in order to get to the bosses that I really like. Like, and you'll have your occasional really good ones, like Irithyll. But, like, that ended up remaining to be true for, like, most of the game. Even areas that I, like, had previously liked. I'm okay with that. You do you, buddy. Yeah, I could... yeah, I know. I know we talked about this a lot in terms of, like, Dark Souls versus Elden Ring, and I think, like, it's a very difficult... Oh, I didn't even, like, mean to do that. I tripped the trap. I just was too stupid to stand in the right place. Sorry. I think this game has a lot more charm to it in ways that I can't explain in terms of how much I enjoy it. Like, I think this... I think it maybe it is that, like, there's still a lot of, like, points and areas in Elden Ring that are kind of annoying to get through. Like, excuse me. Oh, definitely. Demon Souls is the only other one that, like, I think compares in terms of charm. But, like, I think, like, it's a very... This game is so much more simple and also faster. Well, and I don't even necessarily mean that the areas are annoying. It's more that they're large. And it takes a very, very long amount of time in order to, like, progress, like, the main areas. So there's a lot of time that you spend just kind of, like, you're just kind of zoning out and going through the motions of traveling through areas. And that's, like, fine occasionally, and, like, I put up with it during most open world games, right? But it's never something that I actually like about open world game design. Like, very rarely does an open world game feel like it's, like I'm constantly engaged exploring its world. Like, no game has ever made me feel like that, save for the first playthrough I ever had of Breath of the Wild. Like, and that was a very, very special experience for me, because everything that I saw and did felt like it was of value. and that's a very special experience to find in like an open world game, because it's so easy to make a game that feels really padded. I could definitely see that. I think immersion is very difficult for me the more I play the same thing. And yeah, like, Breath of the Wild is like this kind of like serene, you're kind of meant to unwind and relax your way through this entire situation, or your way through like this entire like kind of run. It felt very it was like a giant. It was like you know how you're like a 9-year-old in like your grandma's backyard, and like she's like, okay, go out and like play. I don't know. I got drinking to do. Maybe your family was a bit different than mine, but you go out and you just see this like the backyard looks huge to you, and you're like exploring nooks and crannies, like, you know, trying to get into like the shed that you're told not to go into, like all of this kind of like adventurous stuff. It's like the essence of like childhood adventure and discovery. It's just Breath of the Wild was such a special experience in that way for me. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Actually, yeah, a lot of the when I was going through my Zelda phase, it was a little bit not later in my life, but it was at a point in my life where like I hadn't felt that experience in a lot of games, and Zelda just kind of introduced that feeling to me in a way that I hadn't felt much before. But I think Breath of the Wild made me feel a little bit better in that sense. I am so mad that I did that to myself. Whatever, there's another Firekeeper in Anor Londo. I actually can't even really complain that much. But yeah, Ocarina of Time is a very interesting one. I want to go back through and play that. Maybe I can get an emulator to work on stream here. I think that'd be cool. Like an emulator of like the N64 in order to play through Ocarina of Time. I would want it to be a original Ocarina of Time, because I kind of have an affinity for like the older school graphics. Yeah, because it's a very, it's just a very charming game, especially for its time. And it's definitely not perfect. Like, I don't think I could ever call it perfect, even like based on like when it was created. But I think it's a very worthwhile experience for games in general. And I really respect and appreciate it for like the kind of, yeah. Yeah, I've been really disappointed with the dungeon. I haven't beaten Tears of the Kingdom yet. I don't have too much farther to go, but it's really been kind of waning on me. Like, I haven't revisited it in a while, and it's like I really like it, but it's yeah. I really do like Ocarina of Time. My favorite Zelda game, I think my favorite game in the Zelda series remains to be Breath of the Wild. My favorite Zelda game is probably Wind Waker, because that one has just the most, it has just this childlike charm and like cartoonish personality, as well as just being really, really intrinsically fun. And I prefer, even though it is like, you know, if the ocean's too big and, you know, it takes forever to like get across it, I love just zoning out and kind of like that's another one where it's like, okay, like this kind of, that feeling of adventure is a little bit easier to overtake me than other game. I did play Twilight Princess. I didn't love it, but I think it has its value. That one has the least replay value for me, in the sense that there's so many long stretches of time that are really, really, really uninteresting. Like dungeons that aren't entertaining for me. Items that I think are just really unfun to play with, and also really just, you know, you use it for this dungeon and then you never use it again. I really love it. Or like I love the like the style, and especially the music. The music is probably one of the biggest things for me. But yeah. I like the items. It's that they didn't feel, I think the first dungeon I didn't really like that much. The second one was like a water dungeon that I just kind of... I think that was the water dungeon. I don't know. It's been a really long time since I've played it. But there are places like the Arbiter's Grounds that I think is really good. Oh, that's third. What's the second one then? Right, it's that Goron dungeon. Sorry, it's the Goron dungeon. I don't know why I said dummage. Goron Mines, yeah. It has been a really long time since I've played the game. I think, I don't know, it's just, I think, like, the biggest problem that I had with it was that it was just slow. It was really slow. Like, you'd take forever to get through, like, just the tutorial even. Because you really wanted to hold your hand through a lot of really boring, uninteresting, kind of, story introductions and, like, some, like, early, like, gameplay stuff, and it just felt like it took... it felt similar to Wind Waker, but at least with Wind Waker, I was, like, constantly, like, I don't know, like, I had the gorgeous visuals to fall back on, and also the sense of adventure got started up really quickly in that, where it was, like, at first it's like, okay, go find your sister in the woods, then it's, now it's like, okay, now your sister's kidnapped, go to this, like, dark, like, castle area, and I mean, that dark castle area kind of sucked. I kind of hate replaying it. But at least it was like, it felt like entirely different. And then once you get through that, then it's introduced to Windfall Island. I love Windfall Island. You get introduced to the boat. You get introduced to like all these cool new, like areas and mechanics or not mechanics, but like I think it's a lot better paced than I think Twilight Princess was. I definitely could see the story being better than Wind Waker's, because Wind Waker isn't the crazy, the most crazy good story in all of gaming or anything. It's just I think I don't think there's ever been like a Zelda story that's really gotten to me other than Skyward Sword, and the story of Skyward Sword is really the only thing that I really got super into. I think that's largely because like large spanning character development stuff is like my jam, and you don't really get quite as much of that with some of those games. Like you'll get some character development here and there, but like like Link and Zelda especially are just kind of static. It's kind of the thing, like I could 100% like accept that people really like the Mario movie and everything. Yeah, like, and I think Ocarina of Time is one thing that I kind of go back to in terms of it being like a really solid story, but like, and a lot of that is because it used its like background and gameplay and just its color palettes and everything as a way of telling its story instead of like, making you sit through a bunch of dialogue explaining what's going on. The whole like subtext of like, kind of being forced to grow up too fast and like skip over your entire childhood and like have that being entirely visually represented in like the game, along with like the juxtaposition of your like young Link's world compared to adult Link's was just, it was cool. It was cool. And it was jarring. Like even like my first time playing, I felt sad, even though I didn't 100% have like a full grasp or idea of what was even happening. Yeah, definitely. That I do really need to replay that game. I really do. I also need to beat Majora's Mask because that one was one that I didn't give a fair shot to, and now that I've beaten Dead Rising, I feel like I can take it. Yeah, that one I have heard is really good. So, I think I have gotten to a very good point here to roll back and bring in. Oh yeah, definitely. I would definitely agree with that. Plus, it's also arguably the most unique Zelda game that exists. I don't know if there's like competition, even if you're gonna like talk about like Breath of the Wild and whatnot. It's Majora's Mask is like there is no game like it. But I think I am going to pull the stream out in order to kind of buffer this. I made a decent amount of progress in what I've been trying to achieve for pacing here. I did an entire area more than the one that I expected, and I've ended up in Orlando, which is very nice. It would be cool to see. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. It was very fun to have like people to actually interact with. My goal for these streams, more than anything else, is to have myself on that consistent like train of thought to be able to like talk about various topics. Just because I think it's like if anything, like I would like these to be like fun streams to listen to for people. And if that means like, you know, some funnies, if that means some not funnies, if that means just some other stuff, it's just it's very nice. And also like a consistent like 5 viewers or like 4 or 5 viewers haven't been here for a while. I'm glad that that's like, you know, I'm glad that that's the like what we're sitting at. But yeah, so I would like to thank you Ben, thank you I flew through Sense actually way faster than I thought I would. I genuinely thought like that might be a little while, but no, I've just I kind of barely noticed that I had gotten through there. But now I've got an insanely buffed up Estus. I've got pretty much everything that I need to tackle in Orlando. I might do a little bit of grinding once I get there in order to get the Black Knight Sword fully upgraded. Next stream, I'm probably going to prioritize definitely getting the Lord Vessel, then I might run through the Painted World, and maybe I'll start with the Catacombs to get that one out of the way. But, yeah, I'm very glad that, you know, anybody's watching this at all, so you guys are very fun to do this stream stuff with. And but as we draw things to a close, I finalize with one important thing, and that is LOL.